Hey friends, Dr. Melissa here, your friendly neighborhood East Asian medicine doc and inclusive beauty expert. And today's a little bit more of a somber episode of Makeup Free Monday. That's the show that you're watching right now, where I give barefaced facts on skin and wellness. The truth is I've been mourning a lot in my life. There's a lot of loss going on right now, and I know there's a lot of loss for a lot of other people out there too, especially with the fires in Maui and loved ones being lost. And today, sadly, my family dog crossed the Rainbow Bridge. And I am still mourning some family members that we recently lost. And I'm also mourning the loss of my business in Petaluma. Um, trying to just keep moving forward and uh, keep on going, but that's not always the easiest thing to do. So today I wanted to share with you a couple of the techniques that have really been helping me through this time because I thought that you might find it useful too. And just because it always makes me smile, I am going to play my theme song. I know it doesn't really go with the tone of today, but still, you find the little things that make you smile. So, without further ado, let's roll the credits.
Wake up, hydrate, don't worry about the makeup. Dr. Melissa's on your side. She's a cool doctor, gonna slay your body shaming ways. You're gonna take care of yourself today. Everybody, love your body. She's my self-care doc. Everybody, love your body. She's my self-care doc.
Hi again. So, I'm coming to you live from my private office here in Rohnert Park. It will be where I am practicing in person and also doing my online coaching from now on. So, I hope that. You think it's cute as I do. This does light up, but it doesn't look good on camera, so I'm not going to do it today. But let's get back to what we were talking about. So let's talk a little bit about grief. Now, the emotions in Chinese medicine or East Asian medicine, they are all connected to different organs in the body, as you can see on this chart right here. And as you can see, most things go to the heart because the heart is our emperor. And if the emperor is not happy, then nobody is happy. But you see, sadness and grief and worry, they all go to the lungs. And when we experience grief and sadness, sometimes our breath catches or our breath gets suspended and it affects the lungs movement. The lungs are responsible for, of course, the inhalation and our exhalations. But in Chinese medicine, we say that it also disperses qi throughout the body. So if our lungs aren't working properly, then our bodies aren't working properly. So grief can really put a damper on the rest of our health and wellness. So I wanted to share with you a short acupressure routine that you can very easily do at home. I'm also going to have some essential oil recommendations, but you do not need to use these oils in order to use these points. I just have found in my clinical experience that using high quality essential oils, third party tested always, of course, and always diluted. You do not want to apply these oils neat to your body unless you are being medically supervised. And please, whatever you do, do not ingest them. So anywho, the oils that I'm going to be using today are bergamot, and that's at a 15% dilution. Geranium also at a 15% dilution. Cypress oil at a 25% dilution. Frankincense at a 25% dilution. And helichrysum at a 10% dilution. So if you have those on hand, you can follow along. If you don't, you can just follow along with your fingers. But our first point, you already know if you've watched any of my videos. So that is Shen Men, or calm the spirit. Now this point does what it says. It calms the spirit. And it also works as a master point to help with all other points. Now on this one, I use a little bit of bergamot oil, which is a wonderful oil. It's great for PTSD. It's also known as the oil of self-love. And I just sort of dab it between my two fingers and we hold on to that point. And then just take a couple deep breaths in. I always like to put my feet flat on the floor and really breathe into my deep abdomen. Then after I finish working on the point, I inhale the fragrance and let it go. And try to focus on that exhale. So the next point is SI19, small intestine 19, also known as the listening palace. And this point goes well with geranium oil. This helps facilitate the what's for you and what's not for you. We say the clear and the turbid, and also helping with active listening, because sometimes when you're in grief, it's hard to focus on anything besides what's going on in your immediate area. So this is right in front of the ear, right in front of the tragus in the little notch, and you'll feel it. This point is also really nice for jaw issues. And it can be great for tinnitus. Moving on to lung 1, which is known as the central palace, or Zhangfu, which it is the alarm point for the lungs themselves. It's also the beginning of the lung meridian, and this point opens the lung and helps with grief. And it is also considered by some to be the point of inspiration. Now we are using cypress oil on this point, and the reason we're using cypress oil is because cypress oil is one of the greatest chi moving oils there is. I'm just going to find mine. Pardon if I get a little popping on this microphone while I am holding on to my lung 1. This is located underneath the collarbone, just a little bit over from where the nipple is. Trust me, if you're having some grief, you'll feel where it is because it's going to be tender. Also, if you have any breathing problems, this will also probably be tender. It's great for illnesses and breathing issues in general. So the next point, I'm not going to be able to show you, but I will tell you where it is. This point is spleen 16, and it is wonderful for that sort of like sobbing, crying, and also digestive symptoms that you may get associated with worry or associated with your grief. And on this point, I like to use frankincense oil at a 25% dilution, and that just helps to move the blood in the area. It's a wonderful blood mover. Oh, that one always feels so good. I hope that you're following along. All these oils smell so good to me today, which means I really, really needed to treat myself once again. So thank you, all of you out there watching, for a little excuse for me. And then finally, right in the center of the chest, right in between the nipples in the center of the chest on the sternum, um, is CV17, conception vessel 17, Ren 17. It goes by a lot of different names, but it's known as the Sea of Tranquility. And it opens the chest, helps to support loss, and is, heart center when we do our yoga goodness. So I like to use helichrysum oil. We like to say in clinical aromatherapy that helichrysum oil helps to fill in the cracks. And I can feel my chest opening as I apply this. So there you are. I know it's kind of a short episode today, but I just wanted to offer you a little bit of comfort today. If you are experiencing um, some of that loss feeling that I've been hearing a lot in my practice recently, I hope that this is helpful for you. Remember to take great care of yourself always. If you need help prioritizing your self-care regimen, I'd love to be a resource for you. Please don't hesitate to contact me. And of course, don't forget to hydrate. I'll see you soon. Be well. Take good care. Bye.